Hunter Makin, of course, everybody knows her to be stoic and strong and community service minded. My mom, Sharon Wood, is her oldest child, and of course, Grandma today, I talked to her on Monday. What is she, 92? She's 92, I think she's 92 years old. She's not here today because of the flu, because strep is going around, and it's just not a good place for her to be, but she can move on a walker. She's looking good. I told her at Christmas time, I said, Grandma, either I'm getting bigger or you're getting smaller, because something's sure changing here. But she's doing really good. But I want to tell a quick story about Grandma, maybe something you all don't know. Everybody knows that she had 3 kids, my mom, Sharon, my Aunt Di, and my Uncle Alan. Uncle Alan grew up here in Buckeye. He was a big old bear of a kid. He really was. And I talked to Grandma about this on Wednesday, and I said, you know, since I'm going to be talking for you, speaking for you, Irene, Makin, I know what I want to say. And I know about a story that I heard a long time ago. Grandma worked for about 30 years here at the high school as a business manager. You all went to high school, you all knew her. People say she actually ran the school. And when I knew her, she worked there, she worked for Chet McNabb. And I remember running in there and getting to play in his office as a young boy. But in 1964, well, my mom, I remember telling me when I was 18, I had to sign up for selective service. Said, don't forget to do that. Every young man has to sign up for selective service. But in 1964, during Vietnam, her job as a business manager here at the high school, her job was to sign up every young man who became 18 years old, sign him up for selective service. Today we have to do it ourselves. It's our own responsibility. Then she had to do that. She not only signed up every other young man in the community, but she also signed up her son, her only son, Alan Makin, for selective service. I asked her, did you think anything of that? She said, no, it was my job. She never thought anything of that. Well, after high school, he wasn't college material. He knew it. So he wanted to sign up into the military. They didn't want him because he was overweight. So he came back home, and my grandpa Mark Makin and him went on a diet together. And he lost a bunch of weight. When his number came up in the draft, he went back to answer the draft, and he was accepted into the military because he lost all the weight. That was in 1966. I believe he went to Vietnam in 1967, about January. And I asked Grandma just the other day, did you have any regrets about having to sign that selective service form? She goes, no, I never did. It was my job, it was my duty. Did you have any concern about him going to Vietnam? She goes, I knew they would send, I knew he would come back. In March of 1967, he was killed in Vietnam. And she said to me Wednesday, this woman that I've never seen cry, very stoic, always in control, she said, the day that I signed that form for selective service in 1964 has always grieved me. That was her quote. That was what she said. And so I could stand up here and talk about my grandma on a day like today when we have heroes right here with us. People who have served, the ones that are lucky enough to be here. But I'm telling you about a lady in 1964, lady from a community in Buckeye, Arizona, who did her job, her duty, who signed up not only everybody else's child, but her own child. And she told me, and I'll leave you with this, she said, I never thought that I would be the first step in the process to his destiny. That's what she told me. So I leave you with that. Irene Makin, my grandma.